take forever to turn on, yeah?
Just go for it, yeah, we did.
I grew up knowing Greg Browning and the legend of him and all the things he's done for extreme sports in the South Bay. And he knew me from my childhood and then kind of reconnected to ask to get him involved. He immediately from the beginning was game and a yes man. And with his surf credibility and his background, it really elevated our movie of anything that we could do on our own. You know, and if you were to ask Nathan, our cinematographer, he isn't the strongest in the water. So being able to get someone with that skill set was a massive upgrade for us at the independent film level that we are at.
Greg Browning is a star. That guy made our experience so point break. It was so much fun. And I remember James talked to him about scouting certain locations to go surf around PV. And nothing was really big at the time. We went to Torrance Ramp. I think we checked out Topaz, or we were talking about it. And I'm like, let's just go to the Cove. And I saw Greg Browning kind of like button up, kind of like, I don't want you guys at the Cove. Don't go to the Cove. And I'm like, Greg, we've been surfing here our whole lives. We can go to the Cove. But that's where the beginning sequence of the movie starts. And the waves were bigger, so we got great shots that day. We had a blast, me and Ryan and Greg, in the ocean. And Greg was just so funny, dude. He just had a lot of fun ideas. He just really liked being a part of something that he doesn't really do. He doesn't do movies that much. But of course, who doesn't want to be a part of this thing? This was so much fun. He brought a lot of laughter to the set, and it just made everything so much easier. And because he can like professionally film us surfing, like he was like, just surf. Like I'm not there. And I literally was going straight at his head one time, and he had to like duck down. And I'm just like, it's so surreal to like gun for somebody who's holding the camera. And he's like, no, just do it. It was a blast. It was super fun.
I was in a different time in my life, and I had a lot of things going on, and there was a lot of like internal things that I was dealing with, and I'd wake up in a pretty bad mood at times. And I just remember James was like, hey, we're gonna do the water scene today. I was like, all right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna surf. And I hadn't been in the water for years, hadn't been on a surfboard either. And we're paddling out, and it's like, it feels like it's a 10,000 yard swim. And we're getting out there, and then just Greg was just, you know, he's just like, it's a little bit further, buddy, a little bit further. I felt like I got out to the lineup, and I just was huffing and puffing. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna catch a wave today. There's not a single chance in hell that I'm gonna catch a wave. And we'd been out there for 45, maybe 50 minutes. And Greg's like, hey dude, it's time to piss or get off the pot, you know? And he kind of just encouraged me to take off on a wave because I was just so fat, so overweight. I was waterlogged, if you know what I mean. And I just remember taking off, and it was like, Greg's just like, this is it. And it was one and done. I popped up on that thing. I felt like I was gonna take a digger, but I somehow made it to the bottom of the wave. And I just remember looking right at Greg Browning, and I wasn't supposed to look at the camera, but I looked right at the camera, and I was like, fuck yeah, we got one, you know? So that was a super cool moment.
Got one right at the end.
I saw, okay, good.
But I think we got a couple good like paddle bites too.
Perfect.
So it looks like he's catching it, and
I
then
know.
yeah.
I saw the beginning of a couple.
Dude, they ripped. They did really good. So.
Good.
Only 1,000 fucking pounds out there. I told Greg in the first 30 seconds, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out, bro. I don't know if I'm getting out there. Fuck. My neck, my back. My neck and my back.
You look good, buddy.
Stop saying that. Just fucking stop already.
Okay, honestly, you don't look good. You look like you're dying.
I know. He says that to me every day. Oh, you look good. Shut the fuck up, James. Now, you want to see me walk on a tightrope? Maybe blow some flames through a hoop? Huh? Want me to do some fucking backflips on a monkey bar? Huh? What else you want from me? Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way. Let me just go walk on the Razor Rocks. Oh. Never again!
Greg is such a legend too, and like swimming out there, just like the respect that Greg got down at the Cove was just like, we were in his turf, you know, and it was just super cool that he was able to take us out there and kind of help us out and capture that moment, because, you know, it's a pretty cool image, and it's a great way that it's in the film, and Greg's just a legend. So that's one of the more memorable times.
The shoot went so well with Greg Browning with the surfing, and so I asked him if he could come in for one more day and shoot the Lester drown sequence.
I'll buy you a steak, come on. don't have to say. Yeah, that's what I just fucking said, didn't I? Do you want me to pick up your friend?
No. You go pick up that fucking egg. I'll take care of it.
Sounds good. Good idea.
Cut.
That's not a rehearsal.
We thought the dummy would drown when we pushed Lester in the pool. And when it didn't drown and COVID shut us down, we're looking at our footage, trying to figure out other ways where we could shoot that sequence. Getting Greg Browning at the Lester pool scene was one of my favorite days. He was our stuntman, and so he was in the chair, and he was letting Austin push him in, and he's holding onto the camera.
What did you do?
There was moments too where we wanted to get other coverage, and I actually have a little director shot in the movie when Lester's falling in. When you see his feet kicking after Lester gets pushed in, that's all footage that I shot. And I was extremely nervous to play with, Greg Browning's equipment, and Greg was very encouraging and supportive of, you got this, man. He's extremely positive, just pouring out PMA, and really upgraded and elevated the movie that we were going to make. It's not the same scene without it.
Yeah, I had like a 3-paddle fucking limit.
Yeah. It's like, I can't fucking do it anymore.
No, literally, as soon as I got out there, I was done. I blew my whole load. I told Greg, I was like, I can't make it. I can't even make it.
That day they went surfing, it was a great day. And I had to give Ryan Brown my wetsuit for him to be able to wear something to go out surfing. And so I stayed on the shore with Shun and Nathan. And it was a tough feeling knowing, I'm just going to have to see the footage later and kind of handle it, and take that. And so knowing though it was Greg Browning, I knew my boys were in good hands. And when you get to the editing room, all of it was a wonderful surprise of how beautiful the footage turned out to be.